the Celtic Speed Mini Cooper Cup race day here. It's the third race, it's the final, it's the reverse grid, and on pole, Craig Blake. Alongside him, we have got none other than Ian Munro. Look at Dave McNaughton's car in bits in the background there. And then we have got David Slay. This is the final race of the day. It's always a reverse grid. The ball's been pulled out the hat. We wait for the 5-second board to go out. There she goes. All eyes up towards the lights on the gantry. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We wait for them to go out. Let's see who gets to jump off the line. Will it be Blake or Munro? And it looks like Blake got the heads up there. They were very even Stevens though as he left the line down towards the hairpin for the first time of asking, and it's Munro who gets up there, and even David Slay from the second row of the grid tries to go around the outside of Ian Munro. Oh, he's hit by David McNaughton. He half spins it. What a fabulous save by David Slay there. David McNaughton gets in the side of him, and that's put a big hole in the pack as the top three, John Duncan being the third car, goes away. Hannah Chapman's up there as well. But David Slade will be a little bit miffed, shall we say, at getting biffed at the hairpin in lap 1. Down towards the chicane they go. We'll let everybody stream through for the first time of asking, and we'll try and start picking a little bit more up as we come through the top of Duffus for the first lap. But there's no doubting your leader. No way. It's Ian Munro. We can see the flying yellow car from Craig Blake and John Duncan. John Duncan looking very menacing. Beautiful cut back at the top of Duffus dip there. Back towards the inside he goes as he comes up and underneath the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge. John Duncan has got that second place already signed, sealed, delivered, I would say, as they come down towards the hairpin. Yes, up the inside. And Hannah Chapman looking a little bit racy here as well. Champers tries to go through that tiny gap, but it is not to be. So that first hairpin, well, a bit of contact there between David Slay and David McNaughton. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that at all. So there's Slay coming on the inside as they go through Clark Corner now. The big comeback drive is on, and that's Michael Well now also trying to go past Hannah Chapman as they go in towards, for the first time of asking, the Arnold Clark chicane. All the minis bounce over and come through the chicane there. Great view there. That's Dom Wheatley. Dom Wheatley way at the back here. Tries to go up the inside of Adam Kindness. Can he? Yes, he can. Good move there. Fiona Kindness, I should say. Very sorry, Fiona. I must not Adam in that car. I have no idea where that come from. As they go underneath the bridge, Munro, John Duncan. And look how close we were for that next place. That was David Slay who's pulling out from the slipstream. David Slay trying to go past what looked like, I'm going to say, Michael Weddle. And it was, yeah, good move. Good spot as well. I'll pat myself in the back for that one. So David Slay now ahead of David McNaughton. McNaughton's back on the inside of Weddle. Now these two have got history as they head towards Clark Corner. Haven't they just got history? Yes, they have. As they come through and head down the back straight towards the top of the chicane. Bouncing over the curbs they go. Beautiful line through there by Ian Munro, John Duncan and Craig Blake. Well, Craig Blake will be kicking himself, that's for sure. One thing you don't want to do is be on pole position and not manage to convert that into leading the race. And it's so important to lead the mini race because all the carnage usually happens behind them. And David Slay goes past Hannah Chapman at the apex of Duffus dip. That's just not an overtaken place. But he manages to get the car alongside, and that's really all he has to do. If he's got it alongside, he will be in the inside for the hairpin. As Ian Munro defends from John Duncan, there goes David Slay. Yep, he's now up into 4th place. There's something quite intimidating about that pea green car as he heads round towards Clark Corner in front of Hannah Chapman. And it's great to see David Slay back in the mini championship as John Duncan hits the front. Well, it didn't take too long, did it? He's managed to get to the front, and he's got form. When he gets to the front, he usually ends up keeping himself at the front. But they're going to have to watch out, all of them, because David Slay in the number 5 car, look at him, he's already gapped Hannah Chapman quite considerably there through the chicane, and Chappers won't be too chuffed or too happy about that. She's going to have to try and do something, as Michael Weddle's all over the back of her now, and he's ahead of David McNaughton, and as I've said, those two have history, as you can see from the marks on David McNaughton's car. Slay's dropped Chapman, and in turn Chapman's picked up a whole heap of bother from the other 2 cars behind her, but John Duncan is the man in the lead. He accelerates out of the hairpin, and look how much David Slay's caught up to the back of Craig Blake. Craig Blake will hear the Jaws theme tune in his head now, because homing in comes the number 5 car, David Slay. He's not going to have a manoeuvre from there, surely not. Making that one just seem looking like he was going to make a manoeuvre, but maybe trying to put off Craig Blake by jumping about his mirrors as Weddell tries to get past Chapman, but it's not to be. John Duncan has a bit of a gap at the front now, if anything. He's put in a good sector. Let's have a look and see. Oh, as Michael Weddell goes up the inside of Hannah Chapman. Chappers closes the door. Good bit of defensive driving there, but has she lost that on the exit? Had to go into the corner just that little bit too quick. That's the Clone Engineering car now that Hannah's running. She's not with the Mini-Max team anymore. Eddie Haldane runs her in that car and doing a fabulous job as Eddie kind of got Hannah's head back in the right space, back where it needs to be, and put together a good car for her. Here comes David McNaughton up the inside. It was kind of out of sight of us. Did he make it? Oh, Chappers gets a big punt from Weddell. Weddell's slow in the exit, and now 3 abreast. We've got Simon Holderness in there as well, but Chapman manages to hold on to that one, and Michael Weddell loses a couple of places, one to Holderness, one to Dom Wheatley. Commentator pauses for a big intake of breath before he falls over here as your leader goes through the chicane. And David Slay has also got ahead of Craig Blake. Must have missed that one when the madness was happening at the hairpin there. So David Slay's got himself up into 3rd place. Can he get 2nd place? Ian Monroe might be a tough man to get past. Definitely not Monroe's first rodeo, and it won't be his first running with a Slay either. Simon Holderness goes through trailing bits of debris from that Mini. As David Slay already looking at Ian Monroe. David Slay has got some fierce pace this weekend, and he's not afraid to put that Mini in places where it really shouldn't be going. Can he cut back here on the inside? You can see there's a lot of rubbish on the track in the apex curve there. When I say rubbish, I mean gravel. Hannah Chapman's dropped a couple of places. Dom Wheatley's got ahead of her now, as has another couple of cars. It changes that quick there. Didn't get a chance to see that, but John Duncan has put a nice gap in now. Let's have a little look at the timing sheets. John Duncan, the timing screen's 103.1 for John Duncan. And a decent lap time there, leading from the front. He'll be quite happy with that one. A 63.7 for Monroe, 63.3 for David Slay. Yeah, you would expect David Slay to be that little bit faster. He's come through, he's shown he's got pace, and he really is on it. William Blake goes through the shot there. Car number 26. And William Blake tagged into the back of car number 16 as they go up the hill towards the top of Duffus to wipe off another lap. That's Craig Dillon. He's right into the back of as well. Craig Dillon will see him coming, but the leader's all at the hairpin. And David Slay's coming under a bit of pressure now from Craig Blake as David McNaughton just understeers his way to Stirling by the looks of things here. Manages to get back on and loses a whole chunk of positions. He won't be too chuffed with that one. Something might have happened out of our view there that caused him to run in so hot and so wide, but yeah, unfortunately for David, he's not going to be too happy with that. Over the crest of the chicane goes your leader, John Duncan. Bouncing through comes Ian Monroe. Nice and smooth for David Slay. And Craig Blake follows David Slay, looking just as smooth and silky. Craig Blake learning all the time, we should say that about the young man there. Picked up a very good result earlier on, and he's always smiling, that's for sure. We always see him smiling. Simon Holderness as well, driving a fabulous race ahead of Michael Weddell and Dom Wheatley just now. Chappers was in that battle, but Hannah seems to have faded quite quickly. She's there, she's still actually not too far off the back, so commentators getting a little bit keen with that one. As into the air, Monroe dances about the brakes. David Slay, he's looking to try and get through and possibly have a cutback, but it's not to be. Running a little bit wide this Simon Holderness as they go 3 wide on the exit, the hairpin head towards the slopes now. David Slay is on the wrong side as they go into class, but that's a big, brave move. What's going to happen here? No, Ian Monroe's going to show him the edge of the track, and that's going to let Craig Blake come alongside Slay as they come down the back straight now, and through goes Craig Blake. Good manoeuvre, Craig Blake. Although David Slay comes through, bouncing over the grass, as does Ian Monroe. Well, I'm going to say track limits spring to mind there, and I'm pretty sure race direction, Steve Burns will have spotted that. If not, I'd be very surprised. He's probably still seen the cloud of dust lingering over the chicane from race control on the start-finish line now. So 3 drivers trying very hard going in there. but it's John Duncan who comes away with the victory, and second place is going to be Ian Monroe. He holds on from an extremely revved up David Slay, and Craig Blake comes home in fourth place. Some fabulous mini racing there. Simon Holderness does come home with a fabulous fifth place in the 52 car, and the 7 car of Michael Weddle ahead of Dom Wheatley, Hannah Chapman, David McNaughton and William Blake rounds out the top 10. Classic mini action.